and wrenches. This time around, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Now today on this video, we're going to get started on a project working on my daily driver. This is my 1985 Toyota Celica Supra.
Perfect.
When they think of the Supra, they think of that big Ferrari killer Supra in the 90s.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
Smoke.
Not a lot of people realize that when the Supra came out, it actually was a trim package for the Celica. So here's the deal with this car. It's a great daily driver. It's old, it's got a couple issues. It has an oil leak, it leaks power steering fluid. Oh, and it's automatic. Sometimes, and it's vibrating all of a sudden. That's a great sign.
This is fine.
Which isn't that big of a deal. The main issue with this thing is that it's got a little bit of rust. And when I say a little bit,
Wow.
now it is worse than you are picturing. Because on the outside it looks immaculate, right? Great, solid, but the bones of this thing is just gone. It's starting to come through where the door hinges is, which is not a good thing at all, and it is 100 times worse underneath the body. So if I had a lot of money in my own shop, I could probably fix it, but it's also not worth the hassle. And this is the answer to all my parts problems on this car. It's a completely different car. Makes sense, right? Yeah, a little moist.
Moist.
So the main purpose of this project is as amazing as this car looks. I mean, look at that. Pristine. Anyways, as amazing as this car looks, it has the exact opposite issue as that thing. It has rust everywhere but the main chassis. I'm going to strip this and combine both cars and to make a fully restored rust-free Toyota Supra. Oh, and also, this thing comes standard. So the goal here is, at the end of this build, fully restored Supra. It's going to be repainted super nice. I'm going to rebuild the engine, stick a manual transmission in it, and I'm going to do donuts in places I'm not supposed to. Just kidding. Don't break the law. Follow the rules, kids. Do drugs. I mean, wait. Steer clear, honey.
Oh. That's what he meant by fun part.
Seen one too many movies.
Hi, Dean.
Just got the windshield up.
Yeah, the windshield was a bitch because it was broken.
That's usually what happens when you deal with broken glass. So you didn't film anything, but you thought you were filming everything.
I did film something, I just forgot to put the sound on. So anyways, we tried to kick out the, I tried to kick out the windshield because I thought it'd be fun, but it's kind of dangerous. And it turns out action movies are based on lies. So we had to take the hood off, this panel off, windshield wipers off, and then the sealant that goes around the windshield is very, very tough. What you doing, Momo? Oh, okay. Alright. What's up, Eddie? What's that? Hey guys, it's the next day. We didn't get as much done as we wanted to. Ran into a bit of an issue. The entire front end is like got a lot of rust on it. So all the bolts we've had to fight all day. What we did manage to do was remove the headlights, the windshield, the hood, and one of the fenders. The thing is, we found out with this car, in order to take any of this stuff off, we're gonna have to take the headlights out. And that was a pain because of stuff like that. So one bolt is keeping everything together. So my dad's gonna bring out the torch later and we're gonna cut that thing off, and then we can take the bumper off, the fender off, and then start working on everything else. So until then, I'm gonna start tearing the interior apart. because it got stormed out, it got so wet inside and it smells disgusting. It smells like a sewer. But besides that, it looks like the body is pretty solid, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now I can move on to the doors and the dash, and at least until my dad and brother show up with the engine hoist. And never mind on the dash, because they just showed up.
Perfect. Well, ain't it?
Oh, bumper's on fire.
Yeah, told him.
That's all I was trying to avoid. Hey, Dean.
Yeah, that's nice.
What's up, Dean? You decide to show up when all the work is finished, Dean?
Well, you know,
What's your problem?
other people have schedules too.
What's your problem, Dean? Anyways,
Seriously, like half's that dirt and half of that is rust.
right?
Rusted dirt. Change your channel name to Rust and Dirt.
Rust and dirt. Just finished up for the day. I'm dirty. I'm tired. I got other things to do, so I gotta call it quits for right now. We saved so much weight. There's so much of it gone.
Like I said, open wheel cars. Your chance.
A lot of it. That's mint condition right there. That all used to be metal.
That's OE rust.
That's OE rust. But yeah, so this is the second day's worth of stuff that pulled out of this car. I already threw away the first half. But yeah, I'm gonna have to clean all this up. Yay! Well, this is it for this video. We cleared up the rusty front end. We disassembled all the fenders and bumpers. Stripped out the inside. What else did we do, Dean?
Discovered your felony hole in front of your dashboard.
This whole front section is going to be replaced, which is no big deal. One thing I am concerned about is this thing. It's a big rust hole, so I won't know how extensive it is until I remove the whole dash next time. And we'll see what we're working with. So next time we're going to remove the dash, take the engine and trans out, remove the drive shaft, and what is it? What's this called? Engine bay. And clean up the engine bay. So stay tuned. Peace. Can I have a Friday?
Are you quite done?
Can I have a Friday?
You can have these nuts.